It's kind of loud. Hey, my gator. So today, Tom is still here. So when Tom is here, your girl bakes what she wants and eats the thing. So I have been craving oatmeal cookies, and so I'm going to be making some oatmeal cookies. Yeah, we're going to be making some oatmeal cookies. So this is live. And the difference between the way I have a recipe for these, I'll show you my recipe, but the difference in these is I'm trying to make a lot of my baked goods with different flours. Now, I invested in some whole wheat flour, and this is King Arthur whole wheat flour. So this recipe I usually do in with all-purpose flour. So we're going to do it with whole wheat. And the reason why I think it's going to be good because that banana bread, when I did it with whole wheat, was amazing. So we are definitely going to be trying the whole wheat. And I'm going to show you everything I got. I think I got everything laid out. This is a recipe I created. So I'm looking at everything. We have 1.5 cups of instant oats. So we have 1.5 cups of instant oats here. And I got 2 bowls because you're going to be doing a wet and dry. So I got 2 different stainless steel bowls. And then we have a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Since I'm using the 1/2 cup here, I'll use that when I need it after I put the oats in what it's going to go in. You know what I can do? I can put the oats in a bowl. That's what I'll do. They should all fit in here. Let's see. Yeah, that way I can use these measuring cups. Okay. So we need 1.5 cups of the flour. Of the all-purpose 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I have some organic Bob Mills baking soda. That's what I use. So we have that. And then we have some 1/4 cup teaspoon of salt. So I have some Himalayan salt here. All right. Then we have a stick of softened butter. I'm right at just shy of a stick. And I'm like, yeah, it'll be okay. You're really not going to tell the difference. And that is avocado almond butter. You hear me? Avocado almond butter. It's so weird doing this live. I'm so serious because you can't edit. That is Country Crock plant-based butter avocado. I just threw the box away. Let me see because I put another stick out for this because this one was the one inside. This is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. So, oh Lord. Hey, sis. Hey, how are you? Okay, so then the next stuff, so we got the softened butter. Now, we don't have brown sugar, and I usually make my own brown sugar. I am literally out, and that's why you see the molasses, and I didn't realize I was out. So, yeah, that's what the brown sugar is looking like. Yeah, we don't have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some molasses to the recipe, and hopefully that works. I usually do that if I don't have my brown sugar on deck, so I'm fine. Then we have... So it's 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup, no, 1/4 of brown sugar, 1/4 of white sugar, 1 egg. So we have our 1 egg here. And then we have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Okay. So y'all start off by, let's put y'all in an angle where y'all could kind of see. Okay. It's so weird trying to cook live. It is because you want to do stuff in order and it'd be kind of, it'd be a challenge. It'd be a challenge. So I'm going to crack my egg in here. You always want to crack your egg in a separate bowl in case the egg is bloody or something is wrong with it. And I always take those white cores out of my egg. I've been doing it. Anytime I cook an egg, they have to come out. And I do got my microphone because I'm going to be moving around. I don't want to have to keep moving the camera. And I'm taking the white core out of the egg currently. Right now. Boom. All right. So that bad boy is gone. So that's our egg. So what we got to do is put the oats. I always like to use the smaller bowl to put the dry goods because it's easy to transfer the dry goods to the wet. So I put everything in the smaller bowl that's dry first. So it says the oats and then the baking soda. See, I didn't even get my little measuring spoons and all that. Trying to think I got everything, but I forgot I still got to measure the stuff. So the oats go in here. The flour go in here. So we got 1 cup, 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. We're going to just shimmy that flour like that. So this is a half a cup of whole wheat. So we're going to put that in there. Now we're done with the whole wheat flour. Okay. Then we're going to put the baking soda. Now the baking soda is a half a teaspoon. So we're going to put a half a teaspoon of baking soda in this bowl here. And we're going to level that out like that. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. We are done with that. I would put this stuff away, but we don't want it to stretch the live. So boom. So we got the half a teaspoon of baking soda. We got the salt and the cinnamon that goes in here as well. I always just kind of do my own thing with this when it comes to a fourth. Boom. Then cinnamon. I love cinnamon. I go overboard with the cinnamon. It's like you can't never have enough, especially in the cookies. If you had a real good oatmeal cookie with that cinnamon, oh my gosh, like it's amazing. It's amazing. Cinnamon does it all. It does it all for me. Okay, so we're done with those. All right, so now we have our oats, our flour, our baking soda, our salt, and our cinnamon. Now I'm going to get my whisk, and we're going to whisk this. I'm going to use the bread whisker. I'm going to use that because this is more of a chunky. So we're going to just whisk all that together like so. Oh, and walnuts are optional. I want walnuts in mine, so that's why I have the walnuts. So we're going to whisk that all together like that. And the other bowl, we're going to put the dry to the side. The other bowl in here, you're going to put the butter. Let me get my spoonula thing. Let me hang these back up. Okay. Let me get, okay. So we're going to put the butter in this bowl. So the butter is going to go in this bowl. This is our stick of butter going in this bowl like this. Boom. Get all that butter off of there. So the butter is going in. Then, hold on one second. I hate when they play commercials. Just play the music. Let me mute it. There we go. All right. So we got the butter and then the sugar. Now the sugar that we need is 1/4. So that's half a cup. A fourth and a fourth is half a cup. But because I don't have my brown sugar, I'm going to put a half a cup of sugar, right? Like this. And what I do is I don't like my cookies really sweet. That's why I'm only using a half a cup. I want them just enough sweetness. So we got a half a cup, and this is Florida Crystal's non-generated organic non-GMO sugar. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's a better sugar. It's a real pure raw sugar cane sugar. So that's that. Okay. We're going to set this to the side. All right. So now we have our butter here. Now this is a great option to make cookies for your family during this time where people have to budget. This is a great option. These instant oats, you can get a huge container of instant oats from from Aldi. I have, these are instant oats, and then I also have the regular big oats, and you don't want to use the big oats. See the difference? You see the difference? You don't want to use the big oats when doing this. You can, some people do, you just have to bake them much longer. I like to use the quick oats, instant oats, whatever you want to call it. It's only 2 different ones that come in a big, like paper container, like a tub, similar to the round little paper containers that grits come in. It's just a huge container at Aldi's, and they're like $3, $4 or something like that. But that container will make several batches of cookies. And with these oatmeal cookies, you can throw chocolate chips in them. You can throw peanut butter chips in them. You can throw other nuts in them, macadamians, whatever. Sometimes I do pecans. Sometimes I do both. But I am on a walnut cinnamon kick, and so we're going to do walnut cookies today. So those are quick oats, okay? So we have our butter, we have our sugar, and now we have our vanilla. I make my own vanilla. Vanilla is so expensive. This is when this vanilla matured and it was ready to be used, right? This, last season, I dropped my mason jar of vanilla, and this actual bottle here was a Madagascar vanilla that I got from Menards that I enjoyed, and I kept the bottle. Why not? It's a glass bottle. So I get my Madagascar beans. So you see all the vanilla beans inside there, and it takes months for it to mature, but making your own vanilla is amazing. I don't know if I did a video. It's kind of hard to do a video. I can show you the process and just let it sit, and then you come back and, utilize it when you need to, but it smells so amazing. So we're going to put a cap full of my homemade vanilla in here. Oh, it smells so good. It smells better than the vanilla you buy. Like, so we got the vanilla, and then we're going to do our egg. Okay. And so we're going to mix that up very well and kind of and this is what they call cream it. You want to cream all these ingredients together with whatever utensil you want to cream them with. I try not to take out the mixer if I don't need to take it out. And usually if your butter is really nice and soft, you don't have to worry about it not mixing well. Okay, my commercial went off. So, okay, so I'm going to try to blend this as good as I can with this little spatula, spoomy thing, whatever you want to call it, scraper, bowl scraper. I'm going to get these as whipped as I can. So with me, I used to be vegan before, and I'm not anymore, but my ultimate goal is to become vegan again. So it's still a lot of stuff that I enjoyed that still tastes good and didn't taste any different from the regular things that I was eating before I came vegan. So I stuck with them. And then there's some stuff that I just implement, like why not, we can't be extra cautious and 100% on everything, but the things you can that don't make a big difference, why not switch it up? So I do love buying plant-based butter, And then there's a lot of other things I buy that's plant-based, but at this time I do currently still eat meat. So we have this mixed, and then we have the dry mix, right? So now we're going to take and add half of this mixture to the wet mix. Slowly, 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 like so. See, I feel like it ain't enough cinnamon. When I say I don't play about the cinnamon, I be needing that cinnamon. Okay. All right. Then we're going to add the other half. It's such a simple recipe to make your own. I love baking my cookies and stuff. Some stuff is cheaper because you have it on deck, and then some stuff is not. I was talking to my sister about that. I said some stuff is cheaper because to buy certain stuff just to make things, when you can go buy certain things, like I like to make homemade cakes, but if I want a cake, I know how to zhuzh it up and make it taste like a homemade cake, right? I'll do that if I'm on a budget before I go buy all of the sour cream and, all the different things that you have to buy just in order. Hold on one second. Why is my light doing that? All the things that you have to buy just to get that recipe, together, or get it in, get all the things you need, can be more costly than just going to buy a box cake and what we call semi-homemade. Make a semi-homemade, cake and just zhuzh it up or do your thing with it. At this time, it is I forgot my molasses. Lordy, we about to pour that in there now. We're going to see. Hopefully this doesn't mess it up. I should have put this in with but see, I'm looking at the recipe and molasses is not on the recipe because it would have been brown sugar. And so, yeah. But anywho, we're going to see. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything up because molasses can make stuff a little crisp and can make the cookies a little different because it's not incorporated in the brown sugar. But this is all new to me. Meaning the way I'm doing this with the whole wheat flour, never did whole wheat flour cookies, but that banana bread, walnut bread I did, oh my gosh. Yes, I'm stomping my foot. It was amazing. So now I need some more cinnamon. It's just not enough for me. I need more cinnamon. I like it to taste like a cinnamon oatmeal cookie. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to grab the walnuts, and these are from RIZZY'S as well. You can keep them big, or I like them to be like, try to incorporate in every bite that I can. And some might stay a little big, some might be a little small, but I want them to be in every bite, in every nook and cranny of the cookie. And I would say I'm going to put about a good half a cup of walnuts in here. And once I do that, we're going to mix it and get our cookie sheets ready. And I'm going to bake them. Yeah, that's good. We are good. We are good. And they don't take long to bake at all. If you want something healthier, try an oatmeal cookie. You can put less sugar. Let's get all this stuff to the sink. You can put less sugar and all of the things to make your cookie how you want it. Incorporate, you can even incorporate bananas. You ever had a banana oatmeal walnut cookie? Oh my gosh, like the sky's the limit. These are like basic cookies that you can take and just do your thing with. Gonna mix this a little more, and now we're gonna put these on a cookie sheet and get them in that oven. And then I'm gonna clean up a little bit and talk to you guys about budgeting and money and food and all that. So let me grab my parchment paper, which I recommend. I used to get the Renos, and then I realized that, wait, sis, here she goes with this bacon again. Y'all don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Y'all, Tom is still here. He playing around. I'm ready for him to go. And I just be craving all types of sweets. Oh, Lord. Hold on, y'all. I hope this microphone ain't making that extremely loud in y'all ear. Oh, my Lord. I am cracking up. She's talking about here she go with this bacon stuff. Okay, let me clean off this island. I've been setting stuff behind me on the island, but I think the island might be... Nope. I just realized. Hold on 1 second. See, trying to do stuff live, I can't edit. I just got to get in here and do what I do. I might be able to... I don't want them real big, but I don't want them real small. And this is unbleached parchment paper. So that's what I'm using. Okay. We're going to do it on one and see. I don't know how big I want these to be. I don't want them small, but I don't want them real big neither. So let's see how many we get from this. Okay. So we're going to kind of go like, make them like that size. Could y'all see? I usually don't like to even ball them up. I like them to look rough. I like rough looking oatmeal cookies. It just seems so nostalgic and okay. Yeah. So we're going to grab and put, grab and put, grab and put. Okay, let's see. I'm focused, so I'm here. Y'all watching me? Could y'all see? Y'all watching me? Okay. So I don't mind getting my hands dirty, depending on how much I got to do when I'm doing something. I'll, you know, oh, I got just enough. We're gonna try to get these on one thing, y'all. Some of them gonna be bigger, some of them gonna be smaller. These I'm gonna eat. Not even gonna front. These gonna probably get eat up in because Rizzy don't eat, she can't have nuts. And I think I did that on purpose because, yeah. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. She do like my oatmeal cookies, but these for mama. I'm just doing this something for me. This something I want. We're just going to put that right there. We want all of this, okay? We want all of this. Anything in this bowl? Okay. Anything I can get off here. Boom. Okay, there we go. Let's clean our hands because I'm messy, y'all. Like, I got stuff all on my hands. Hold on. And let's put those in the oven. I have my oven preheated at 350. I'm going to let that get warm because I need to wash those dishes. So, let's put these bad boys in the oven. So, as you see how big these are, I'm making shrimp fried rice. That's my plan. I wanted shrimp fried rice. I got my rice in the freezer for dinner. But then again, I don't feel like cleaning them shrimps and doing all that today, so that may not happen. So let's turn y'all around. Let's turn y'all around. A lot of people, oh, Lord. I remember when, you know, I first got food stamps and I was living with food stamps and stuff like that. And we got to realize that, oh, things, especially in this country, happen for a reason. They happen for a reason. Not only do they happen for a reason, but they kind of happen to wake you up and make you have movement, right? When it comes to the things that are happening with people, I don't agree with the fact that, you know, people who were in the military who are veterans, disabled, older people, or people who giving their time and energy to a job, and they should be in their golden years and kind of relaxing and enjoying life. I don't agree with what's happening. I feel like to have the supplement where people can have a supplementation of that type of service to supplement, because in this country, oh my gosh, hold on, y'all. What is happening with me? I ain't put my belt on this. In this country, it's crazy how it's automatic that inflation could just happen and we have no control over it. No matter how much we make, how hard a person work, it doesn't matter what they have. You knew you were not going to share with us. Oh, we have some vanilla ice cream. Those are my favorite cookies, sissy. They are. I'm gonna have to make some next time and send you a batch, sissy. So here's my thing. Well, now and then also you see how I made them too. I'm hoping this whatchamacallit come out really good. The wheat flour, I'm doing it with wheat flour. Oh, I'm covering the microphone. Lord, covering the microphone. Hold on. Yeah, I'm doing it with wheat flour, so I'm hoping that they come out pretty good. Y'all will see, because it don't take them long to cook, so they'll probably be out before this during this video anyway. So I'm trying to put everything back, y'all. For me, it's like it's just unfair that things can happen and people have no caring. And I talked about this before. Your position, I don't care if it's politics, a regular person or whatever, your position and the decisions that you make that control and change people's life does not exempt you from sowing. Sowing. You reap what you know, from reaping what you have put out there. Your decisions are called sowing. And God did not say because you are a government official, or you're a president, or you're this or you're that, oh yeah, you're exempt. No, you're not exempt. If you do things that harm people, you're not exempt. It's going to come back to you tenfold. It's going to come back to you in a way that sometimes people don't even be ready. They are not even ready. It is going to come back to you. You cannot make decisions that harm people over and over and over again and think that it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. And it's sad, like, that people have to go through it. And I keep thinking to myself, like, well, not everybody has food stamps. And to be honest with you, the statistics make it seem like it's more melanated people. It's more so-called, we're called the minority when we're not the minority. And if people do their research and understand, they will know that's false information. But that's something that they give us to make us feel less than. But we are not the minority. We are actually the majority. And it's going to be hard to ever try to get rid of us. That's just not how it works. Where did this go? This little seal came off my jar. And I don't know how it was on there. Hold on. Okay, I got it. So I love these little jars from TJ Maxx. So long story short, and I don't care who likes what I'm saying, but those who know, you already know. My thing is, we are not the majority of people who are on assistance, and we're not going to talk about who is. We are not the majority. When I say we, I'm talking about my people. We are not the majority. Why it sound like a phone was ringing or something? Yeah, we're not the majority of the people that are on the assistance. It's not the melanated folks. It's not. It's not. And don't take my word for it. Look up statistics. Look at true, live, real statistics and do your research. Why? Because we took pride in working hard. That was just the thing. We took pride in working hard after our ancestors get here and feeding our families and doing the things that we needed to do, right? Yeah, you have ups and downs and times where you will need them. Some people stay on too long. Some people make them a career. Some people don't just use them when they need them. And I get that part of it. I feel like those that do that mess it up for people who truly need it, who aren't able-bodied to go and make the supplement to put what they have or what's coming in to sustain or be able to live or survive. We shouldn't be in America. Nobody should. It's like the homelessness and people struggling and stuff to eat or struggling to make a decision if they're going to eat or pay a bill is like sad. And it's sad because, like I was getting ready to say a few minutes ago, how is it that increase inflation, whatever you want to call it, the excuses y'all just make to keep charging people more for stupid stuff for the same thing, but that same thing can be manufactured from one place and you can go in another country. Let's just say, for instance, we're talking about a bicycle or a pair of shoes. Let's say a pair of shoes. You get a pair of shoes, they're made in China. And when they come to America, the shoes are $50, but I can go and get them same shoes that were from China, from a whole nother country, and they'll be $20. Or you get what I'm saying? So you choose the prices that you are making us pay. You choose to up the prices and choose to try the. It seems like it's like a setup to keep people in poverty. The more that you're in poverty, and we don't learn that sacrifice is sometimes best to get yourself ahead. You have to sacrifice something. You have to stop and realize bills gonna always come. You're gonna always have bills to pay. You're gonna always have to eat. You're gonna always have to do certain things, right? So look at your money. Like, and I keep saying it's not how much you make, because I don't make a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? I don't make a lot of money. I don't have a lot of income. And I can prove like I really don't, but I am a budgeter to the core. I don't believe in buying unnecessary things. I don't need things to validate me. We have to stop and look at the things we spend money on. Stop and pay attention to, is it really a necessity, or is it something that makes you feel better about yourself? And why does a thing have to be present in your life for you to feel better about yourself? And I'm saying this because a lot of times parent didn't teach them how to save and how to invest and how to do certain things. And you got people struggling. They don't want to admit it. They're not going to say they're struggling, but they are. You get what I'm saying? They are. And I struggle too. You know what I mean? I struggle, and I struggle in ways where it's like for you, you have to make a decision. What is important? What is truly important? And a lot of times we don't really know the difference between prioritizing needs, wants, and luxuries, like material luxuries, right? I feel I live a luxurious life. You know why I say that? Because luxury to me is not things. Luxury is my freedom, my peace of mind, my peace in general, and to do what I want to do when I want to do it. That's luxury. Okay. And for me, luxury is the best feeling ever. I was just talking to somebody on the phone, and we were having a conversation, not even like just before I got on live. I said, it's so crazy because we equate education and having an education with so much. I've arrived. Yeah, you arrive with all this debt, right? Not only that, it's like, think about it. And the person was like, yeah, so when am I ever going to use Pythagoras theorem? And when am I ever going to use pi? And when am I ever going to use these things? It's like 12 years of us being locked inside these buildings to work and work on these things that'll never do nothing for us. And read between the lines. I'm going to say it without saying it. Sometimes our people are the ones who push that agenda for us because we feel like we've arrived because we have a degree, or we have this big plaque to say, I went to school for. Nobody cares. Nobody don't care, because when things are all said and done and you realize what you probably went to school for, you don't even want to do it. You were pushed to do it because you felt like that's what you're supposed to do. And I know that. I've been through that with a child. Like, got to the 2.5 year mark of 4 years. And just didn't want to finish. You know what I mean? It was like, school ain't for everybody. But I tried to say to her, even before she went in, you don't have to do this. Why don't you go to a community college, get some prereqs out the way, and just do business. Do something that you know can benefit you in some way, shape, or form. Even if you don't open a business, you understand business. You understand the concept of saving. You understand the concept of how money works. You understand the concept of learning to invest in yourself first. You understand that concept. Oh, they smell so good. And go from there. We're not taught that. But let's be honest. Let's be totally okay. That's why I just like wear my regular robes. It'd be too much going on. I got 3P. It's a 3P shop, but the cami keep falling down, so I'm gonna pull it all the way up. We're not taught that concept. We're taught that we've arrived when we do those 12 years, and so many people are so excited when their kids walk across that stage. It's good. Okay, it's accomplishment, because this is what this country says we have to have. This is the beginning of the American dream. This is what they feel we should have. Trades to me are amazing. Trades are amazing. You are going into something knowing you like it and knowing you want to do that. Whoever watches this video, just think of it. If you have a degree, or if you're working a job, sometimes you'll stay on a job just because it makes you enough money to afford to take care of yourself and survive to the point where you can live a little, right? And you don't know nowhere to go. You might be at a certain age and you're like, man, I've been here for so many years. I don't even know what I would do, because you've been locked in so many years and you're afraid to leave or afraid to do something different, because in your mind, you're like, will they pay me the same? Will I be able to find the same? I was willing to take a pay cut. I was willing to live on the bare minimum. I was willing to do things that most people wouldn't do to put me where I am currently, right? And I'm still sacrificing. I'm still sacrificing. You know, every month I reevaluate the little bit that I do have coming in. I'm like, okay, what's important? What do I got to do? How can I save? How can I make sure investing and saving should be the most important thing? I don't care if it's $25 a month. If you know the importance of compound interest, and we talking about saving somewhere where you can't touch it. So it's not like I can go touch it. I'm not trying to get penalized, and I'm not trying to owe nobody or anything. I'm talking, we have to understand that life is going to keep going. That's what we want, right? It's going to keep going. And like, I've been thinking about the holidays. This lady said something on Facebook. She was like, everybody's upset about what's going on with the food stamps, as they should, if it's people who really deserve to have it and be on it. And you know, but she was like, this is an eye opener. And she said, why don't we just stop spending money on these holidays? Stop spending money on these holidays. You can still enjoy these holidays. Who said that buying those things and buying certain things? To me, birthdays are more important than anything. Birthdays are more important than anything, because that's when God created you, and you're here. And then, you know, for Christmas and stuff like that, like Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, it's so many holidays. Did y'all realize this is something almost every month? It's something almost every month. December, Christmas, New Year's, January. And then they're starting to implement the days for different people that did things in life. You know, now they got their days. So those are holidays considered like, what do you call them? Type of federal holidays? Is that what it's called, or whatever? So you have those holidays. Okay. So we got February. That's not only Valentine's Day, that's tax season, right? And that's when everything is going up and up and up, whatever. And then you got March. Is it St. Patrick's Day, right? March. And then April, you have usually Easter. And then May, you have Mother's Day. Then you have Father's Day in June. And then July, you got the 4th of July. And then in August, is there some? I think that's the only month it's not nothing, right, y'all? Or is that Cinco de Mayo time? Whatever. I don't think it's nothing that I know of in August. Is it, y'all? September. I think August and September are the only months that I think that there is not anything. Tell me if I'm wrong. And then you right into Halloween, and then you got Thanksgiving. Every single month there's some type of holiday. Every single month there's a way that you can be spending money. I don't like it. I was with my therapist today. Like, therapy was so amazing. I had an epiphany, and I had did little snippets of my therapy. Let me see if I thought I did. This is the first time I ever did it. Let me see. Hold on. It's so low.
How you know that we're doing the best that we can in that nurture phase, and it doesn't like take over.
I'm on video with her.
Scary time. Very intentional.
It is scary. It is.
But it's still her responsibility.
So I was in therapy today, and it hit me. You know, I did a video on talking about young women having babies, and when they have the babies, they do stuff around the babies and not realizing that at from age all the way up to 3 years old, those kids' subconscious is they're impressionable with the visions and I forgot, it's a word for them. Like, it's stuff that's impressed in the mind, right? So I'm thinking about that in my head, and I'm like, wow. Most people don't think about that because they do a lot of stuff around little kids, and they're thinking like they're not going to remember that from birth to, 3 years old or whatever. But that's the worst time. That's the time when everything is starting to be made and created and maneuvered into the characteristics of that child and how they do certain things, right? But she went even deeper. Now, for those of you who don't know my story, I was literally when I found out I was giving birth to another child from a domestic violence situation. I was literally fighting for my life, like on my deathbed. And they came in and said, hello, you're also pregnant, you know? And to think of, should I keep this baby from this man who just tried to take me out? Or what should I do, right? Oh, hold on, y'all. Ooh, I think they are, because see, when you take these out, they're still going to be cooling, and I do not want no hard cookies. I want them to have like a chew to them. Hold on, let me get a rack real quick, y'all. Oh, Lord. Hold on, y'all. My other rack fell out while I was trying to grab one. I should have grabbed the rack and then came and got the cookies. So anywho, there they, whoop, this satin making the towel slide off and everything. So we're sitting here talking, and I said to myself, I said, all this time as I've gotten wiser, I said, now I see the importance of realizing who you have babies by, right? But it went deeper. It went deeper. I'm going through something with one of my daughters, right? And I talked to y'all about how my mom had me so young. I would never blame her for any life decisions I made because I'm grown and I make my own choices. You get what I mean? I hate when people use their parents as a reason for why they're not doing what they should be doing. So she said to me today, and I just had an epiphany because I was telling her, I said, you know what? I'm in that zone of where if I don't feel like answering the phone, I'm not. If I don't feel like talking, I'm not. And I don't, she was like, she started clapping because I'm always showing up. I'm always showing up. I'm always showing up, but I don't get that same thing from everybody. So I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. And I was like, yeah, if they don't do it for me, then I'm not going to do it for them. She said, no, it doesn't matter if they do it for you. If you don't like the feeling that it gives you, even if they did do it to you, don't do it. And I was like, wow. So then she says to me, she said, have you ever thought about the fact that when you had her in your stomach, that your body went through something so traumatic that the development of her brain and everything that needed to take place, because I was dang near 2 months. We don't understand. And when people do what they do, you do what you do because that's your belief. That's you, whatever. I said, God, you know what? I knew what it was when I laid down with this person. We were in an actual relationship. We already have one daughter, all this other stuff. So it was no big deal, right? So I'm like, okay, decision is I'm keeping my baby, right? I can't see myself doing that. So let me mute it because it'd be playing them commercials. So when she said that to me, what we've been going through and how we just not seeing eye to eye, and I'm just like, what did I do wrong? She said, nothing. And she says, you always say we need to really watch who we have kids by, but sometimes it has nothing to do with that because you really don't know a person really. And a lot of times you really don't know a person till you break up with them or they're not getting the you that they wanted from you and you see another side of them, right? Or they don't want you to leave, which was my situation. If I can't have you, nobody else can. Yeah, went there, right? So my thing about that was like, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. Then I started feeling bad, like, oh, but I was so young. I was 16 going on 17 when I first met him. And so in my brain, I don't know how to choose. I'm around a lot of women who don't choose right. And I see a lot of toxic things, you know what I mean? From drugs to the pimping, whatever, through my dad and uncles and toxic relationships, people being busted in the head, pulling out knives. I'm seeing all this stuff and it's normal. It's normal. So when someone's showing me some type of love or making me feel some type of way, it feels good. It feels different from what I'm seeing. So I don't know. I just know this feels good and I'm choosing what feels good and not realizing, I'm so young and immature and new to life that I end up tapping into somebody or tapping into an energy that I resonated with at that time because this is what I knew and that's what I wanted. My dad wasn't consistent. He wasn't how he should be. So I was able to, pull in somebody who was going to act like he was my dad and control me and be jealous and everything I did and where I went, whatever. So I thought about it. I'm like, wow. I didn't even think about the process of the stress I was under when she was in my stomach. I didn't even think about the stress that she was under trying to be created in my stomach. I didn't think about that. And we don't think about those things. It is important for a woman to not stress during pregnancy. It is important for a woman to feel comforted, loved, protected in all aspects of life, but even more important when she's giving birth, right? When she's with baby, with child. And so, women, if you've been through things or been stressed out during your pregnancy, or if you're pregnant currently listening to this, if I knew now what I knew then, I don't think I'll be having any more kids. Well, Tom is still here every month, faithfully. I don't know, and I ain't with nobody to nothing serious for me to say that I would even, whatever. You know what I mean? So if by chance I had the chance to have another child, it would be so different. And so when I would see women that were just so like in a zone of focus, it's the baby, it's no stress, it's eating right, and nobody teaches you that. The one thing I can say that I pride myself on is nobody was breastfeeding. I had my first baby when I was 18 going on 19, and I almost lost us, right? And it was going to be a choice, me or the baby. And it was like, yeah, my daughter, because I don't know that baby, my mom, you know? So here's the thing. The funky part about that is like, I look back at the things and the choices I made when I breastfed her. The most painful thing in the world, if you ever breastfed, and think about a 19-year-old feeling like life is over. The baby daddy just got 3.5 years locked up. He was 5 months when he left, and you're trying to ride this out. You're trying to be in school and take care of a little one. I'm about to be a mom. Life is about to change. I don't have him. He's gone, and he won't be back for about 3 years. And so going through all of that stress, and my brain ain't even connected yet to be an adult until you're 25. So do you imagine why it's okay for me? I'm forgiving. Like, I used to always be like, oh, my mom, when I was younger, I didn't understand, but I'm like, yo, she was only 14. She got pregnant at 14, had me at 15. I ain't mad at that lady. I don't have no animosity with that lady. We don't see eye to eye. We don't talk, but I still love her. I wouldn't disrespect her. I just don't talk to her or whatever, but I still love her. And that she's not to blame for nothing, right? Once I become aware and accountable of the things that I've learned as an adult and I've learned in my life, then I'm able to be different and show up different, right? And it bothered me because I kept saying, what did I do? In that situation, I didn't do anything, right? But love somebody who showed me love at the time, and it was a manipulation thing. And I talk about, if you was on my radio show and I had the radio show and everything, I talked about how just because a person puts their hands on you, that doesn't mean they don't love you. And people are like, oh, what? If a man puts it, no, I'm not saying don't leave, because it can get worse, because obviously this is the way he communicates. You have to understand and listen to me. Don't be immature. Listen to the wisdom of what I'm saying. If a crackhead woman is on crack, right? And that's all she know, and it has a stronghold over her mentally, emotionally, physically, or whatever. And they tell her, hey, you got to get off that crack because you're going to lose your kids. Is it that she don't love her kids? Because let's be real. We if we're going to talk about one thing, let's talk about all the things, because this is a mama. Is it that she don't love her kids? Some people's resilience, some people's strength, experiences, what they're able to endure and not endure, the weakness of the mind, the mental is different for everybody. So you might have one woman, it might hit her just perfectly mentally or emotionally to click. Somebody else, it may take more for it to click, for them to be like, I got to get clean. I'm going to lose my kids. And it may not even be when they tell you, it still might be a couple years later, and something might click. Everybody is different, right? And I can't keep saying, like, and I used to always say, oh, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I know I wouldn't, but I'm not you and you're not me. And we can't expect everybody to think like us. We can't expect people to do the things we do. Why? Because people do things according to what they know and what they experience. So going back to understanding that when I found out that that guy I was dating at that time, I found out his dad was the same way with his mom, used to beat her all the time. And I was like, oh, he learned this. This is his way of controlling a woman, and this is his way of loving a woman. And he feel like he got to put his foot down, and it is what I said, and I said you can't do this, and you can't go with there, and da da da, and just all over you. That's what he knew because he learned that from his dad. Now, is it? And it's the same thing with people who become alcoholics. They be around parents or father or mom who just drink, 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 drink. Some girls become alcoholics because their dad or their mom is a drinker, and they see it. They see the coping mechanism. And if you see that this parent, right, is not real interactive, they're always kind of, because they always, intoxicated. They take on that same energy because they feel like, oh, life is doing a lot to me. Maybe I need to throw some back too, because that's going to make me just not care. And I'm just going to be here because that's what I seen my parents do. Period. Need to be stress-free with child or without, but thank God for growth. The part says that's how life is still right. Oh, I think the cookies, y'all. I'm smelling these bad boys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, Lord. They still hot. But oh my God. Oh my God, Susie. That crisp, they got a crisp. You know what? I knew they were gonna be better with the wheat flour. What's the other half? Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Oh my gosh. It's like soft. I think I'm gonna keep doing like that. It's like soft with like a crisp that just let me give it to you. Here's the recipe. Now, only thing you want to change, is I'm gonna do them this way with the molasses. Okay, recipe. If y'all can see that, so you could screenshot it or whatever. I don't know if it's backwards. Listen, look at these cookies, y'all. Yep. Ooh. mm. Mm. Well, if you ain't taking it, then I don't know what to tell you. I was trying to give you some. But the disrespect is real. Oh, Ruth, Christine, all of y'all just disrespectful. I'm trying to share my treat with y'all, and y'all can't even be appreciative of that. I ain't gonna eat no more. I ate two right now. Y'all, let me zoom in. Y'all see how quick and easy it was to make those? OMG. Oh, and they're soft. Like, see that? They're soft, but they're crisp at the same. Ooh, buddy, don't play with it. Make these cookies. Oh, what happened? Hold on. Screen went away. Okay. They hating, right? Thank you, James. See, at least somebody on my side. They hating. James, they look good. Can't tell. They're made with wheat. Girl, that wheat flour. Okay, so that's 2 recipes down. Banana bread, switch it with the wheat flour. It's a different taste. Oh my gosh. And these cookies. So now I'm gonna create a new recipe, and the new recipe is gonna be the half a cup of sugar with, I want to say that was about a tablespoon of molasses. That's what I'm gonna do. So if you ready, I don't know how I can give you. Oh, now James, you ain't going to no timeout. You ain't going to no timeout. Get behind me, James. I got you. I got you. Get behind me. Cause see. Okay, so it is 1.5 cup of oats. If you want the recipe, it's going to be posted on I'm gonna just post it on the I'm gonna show a picture of some oatmeal cookies, and I'm gonna post the recipe in a picture. That's what I'll do. I'll do something like that. Don't let me forget, Teresa. Please don't let me forget, because I'm about to switch this recipe. I like this better, even though that's good too. But the fact that I be forgetting, I don't make brown sugar a lot. And even when I need my brown sugar for my oatmeal, I just grab my molasses and pour it in. When I even make my syrup, I just make some syrup last night because I had pancakes, and I just poured the molasses in the thing. Hey, Lisa, how are you? How are you? So yeah, at this time, everybody's not affected by this stamp situation, but many are. The ones that get me more is the veterans, the older people, the disabled. Is it? See, I was told that if you disabled, no, but if you, no, I think it's 55. Anybody 55 and older, that's 55 up to 65, who are able-bodied without a disability, they're taking them. I thought it was up in the air with parents who had school-age kids. I don't know. I thought that was up in the air, but what I'm hearing is a lot of mixed, conflicted things. I don't know. But oh my gosh, these cookies were so good. I don't got. Let me cut this stove light off. Yeah, okay, this is the last one. I'm not gonna eat another one while I'm on camera. I ain't gonna do that to y'all. I'm not eating no more. This one I'm eating no more. That's it. That's it. I don't want to eat. No. Usually, I know when I was growing up, mom said you only can get 4 cookies at a time. But that was only 3. I might eat one more. I might. Just the same one. It was just a little remnants, but y'all gotta try these cookies. They're soft, crispy, the walnuts, the excess cinnamon. Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all the recipe just how I made those. I like the molasses did something for them, because the other ones will be soft, but these got like this crisp, like buttery shell. And then you chew into the soft chewy. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So we got to do what we can to encourage or help others. I've been thinking of some ways I can be a blessing to certain people. Even with the little I do have, I still want to be a blessing, and that's how I stay having. A lot of times when we don't have, we are really selfish. And I'm not going to say selfish. When you don't have, you're really tight, right? So be it if it's for your needs and priorities, yes. And after that, it is what it is, because you got to take care of that first. But I'm talking about like just afraid to let go or to help or be there for, certain things in certain situations. I'm more wise with who I help and who I do certain things for. You have to be too, because some people live their life instead of, a lot of people are doing this instead of that, and releasing is how you receive. Releasing is how you receive. And I don't know. It's just really crazy. I keep saying before I'm 50, and I got about 40 years before. It's like I'm just joking. Before I'm 50, I want to do certain things. I want to be able to be in a place to do certain things for people that I see that are trying to figure it out. Like, it is so important. I was telling my friend, I said, I never tried to give my kids what I didn't have. And you heard me say this before. I tried to give my kids what every normal human being should have, the necessities of, tried to nurture as best I knew how, tried to give structure as best I knew how, to support as best I knew how, to love the best I knew how, right? That's all you could do, is give your best, right? And sometimes when they go out and I talk about this, it makes you feel some type of way, right? When things don't line up with what you put out there. My kids didn't have a mom like I had. My kids didn't have a dad like I had. So I don't need to give them what I didn't have. And when you hear people say that, I'm like, do you hear yourself? Your kids don't need what you didn't have, because you're not the same parent that your parent was to you. So I'm not trying to give my kids all the things that I didn't have, you know? I just know, like, it's basic necessities that a human being needs, and we need to be giving that to our children and the people that we love, the people around us, you know? Having and setting boundaries is difficult. It can be really difficult because it makes you aware of your areas that you need to be accountable, or the areas that you need to strengthen in your life. And I'm feeling them, because when I set boundaries with people that I love, I've always been that person. And so I was telling my therapist, I've always been, I'm there. I'm there. You need me, I got you. I'm there, right? And it begins to be heavy when you can't be there. It begins to be heavy when it doesn't feel good to be there. And sometimes, hold on. And sometimes um you'll still try even though it's uncomfortable, or even though you don't feel good doing it. And I'm learning, if it don't feel good, don't do it. It's just that simple. It is just that simple. It is just that simple. We make things so difficult. If a person, you have accountability and what is the other, I had put it under a post, it's a person that's accountable and a person that is apologetic, but then you have a person that's projecting and deflecting. When it comes time to figure out if you need to cut someone out your life, look at that. Use the wisdom. Is this a perpetual, continuous thing that keeps happening with you and this person in your life? And I'm talking about, it could be your friend, your sibling, whatever, your child, your mama, your uncle, your grandma, your granddad, whatever. Sometimes people have to see you be removed from them, because a lot of times people are just happy to have you because they know that if they have you in their back pocket, they're going to keep that connection to you, whatever way it is, whether it's the random phone calls or whatever. And I've learned that. I said I pay attention to that, because I'm always checking on people. How you doing? Where you at? I ain't seen you. I do that a lot, right? I'm always checking, and I'm like, nobody's doing that. And I talked to y'all about this on Another Lie. Nobody's doing that like that. You know, certain people that do, but then there's some that's like, okay, this is corny. You're only doing that because if something happened, you can call me, and I'm not doing it. No, now I'm not answering the phone. Nope. No, because if a person can't show up for you in the smallest thing, and the things that you do for them are just so much more than the thing that you need from them at that time, then you showed me who you are. You showed me who you are, and that's fine. And so now I got to move according to wisdom, and not just once or twice. You have to move according to wisdom. You have to move according to wisdom. People are so tied into life that they forget that what they put out got to come back. You feel what I'm saying? What you put out and how you treat somebody, it's going to come back. That's it. Like I said in the beginning, you are not exempt from doing things just because you think it's okay, or just because you feel that was the right thing to do. If it was wrong and it hurt somebody, and it was not warranted, or if it was wrong and it hurt somebody financially, mentally, emotionally, and it did, because you were in your feelings, or you were being selfish about anything. And I'm saying this in general to people. You have to know that it is so important for us to realize that all of the things that we put out there don't just come back to us. Do y'all know it can hit your grandkids? This is why having integrity and being very transparent about being authentic and not trying to be a manipulative person or a person that's always doing this. The mic is muted. What? She got to tell us all something really important? What? Oh, oh, the courage to be disliked. Girl, about to right now. I don't think I ever heard of that. The courage to be disliked. I'm going on Amazon. Y'all know Amazon started off just selling books. That's why I get all my books. That's where I go. If it's not Amazon, it's eBay. Why it's at the top? As soon as I start putting the cart, it stopped. It right at the top of the screen. Let's see. We're buying it. And when I get it, I'm going to show it to you. Wait, is this by? Hold on. Who is this by? Who is this? Oh, no, I don't. Wait, no. Wait a minute. I think I got his big meditation book. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I think I got his big meditation book. Let me go check. Let me go check. I think I do. Well, y'all can. The thing came out. Oh, my Lord. Every time I got to find another microphone, y'all. I really do. I really do. This is just really getting annoying. Okay. Oh my gosh, those cookies are so good. I got to put them in a little container. Okay. I had a book, and I think he is the author of this other book. It was like something you read daily. Here it is, The Book of Life. Is this it? Let me see if this is him. No, I thought it was the name, because that K, that last name, this one is really good. That last name on there made me think of him. Hold on. It made me think of him. Let me see. I'll be having to mute it because oh, I thought it was about to fall. Wait, no. Y'all see why I thought it was him? Wait. No, it's not. Oh, y'all can't see. See the name right there? His name. So I automatically thought this was him. Because it just kind of the brain calculated the same beginning of the what you call it. But yeah, no way. Brilliant. I've got you on speaker now, volume. You got me hooked, sis. So this book right here, good book. Now this is like, let me show y'all. So it is a book that you read daily, and it'll have, let's go to the day. I haven't touched this. Oh my Lord. Pull up the cami. Let's go to, so see that it shows like different things, and the date is here. Okay. So we are going to go to November 11th. Let's see what it says. I didn't pick this book up for no reason. And just because, feel the state of death. And then tomorrow it says the fear of death. We are afraid to die. To end the fear of death, we must come into contact with death, not with the image that thought has created about death, but we must actually feel the state. Otherwise, there's no end to fear. Because the word death creates fear, and we don't even want to talk about it, being healthy, normal, with the capacity to reason clearly, to think objectively, to observe, is it possible for us to come into contact with the fact totally. The organism, through usage, through disease, will eventually die. If we are healthy, we want to find out what death means. It's not a morbid desire, because perhaps by dying we shall understand living. Living as it is now is torture, endless turmoil and contradiction, and therefore there is conflict, misery, and confusion. The everyday going to the office, the repetition of pleasure with its pains, the anxiety, the groping, the uncertainty. That's what we call living. We have become accustomed to that kind of living. We accept it, we accept it, we grow old with it and die. To find out what living is, as well as to find out what dying is, one must come into contact with death. That is, one must end every day everything one has known. One must end the image that one has built up about oneself. Mm. About oneself, about one's family, about one's relationship, the images one has built through pleasure, through one's relationship to society, everything that is what is going to take place when death occurs. So I'm thinking they talking about a true death, but they're talking about dying to self and being in this form of going through repetition of the same thing that causes pain, anxiety, sickness, or whatever the case may be. You want to release those things. And how do you release those things? You get what I'm saying? Like, how do you release those things? It's like dying to self gratification, the self things that you do that, like I talked about earlier, or was I on the phone? Yeah, I think I was on the phone. I was saying, yeah, we do things according to our experiences and what we know and what we learn. And sometimes dying to self is how you heal. You get what I'm saying? It's like you release the bad to bring on the good and the new. You get what I mean? Not a physical death, but when it speaks of death. When it speaks of death, it's talking in a sense that people don't want to talk about it because they think of the actual literal death. But yes, in order for you to heal, to move forward, to do anything that is, I'm about to buy that book. Wow. I got you on. You love how sharp my brain was with the names. Listen, I promise you, I thought that was the book. Okay, so we about to buy this. I always look. What does it mean, mass market? What does that mean? I ain't never seen that before. Mass market paperback, huh? What does that mean? So you know when you buy a book from Amazon, you have paperback, you got audio, you have. I never heard of mass market paperback. I don't know what that means. Then you got regular paperback, and then you got hardcover, and you got the audiobooks, and then the Kindle. I'm going to go with the regular paperback. Let me see if they have any used ones. I'll look for books and see if it say like used very good or whatever. And I thank you because I have a problem. I don't want people to not like me, right? That's always been the thing. No one wants to be unliked, but I have to realize a lot of times the ones that we're caring about, if they like us or not, really don't mean nothing. They really don't mean nothing. And when we realize that they don't mean nothing, and that's when you get more comfortable with not caring if they like you. So, sis, have you watched any of the videos from the mind of Bazelle? No, no, no. I'm going to say no because it doesn't ring a bell, but I watch so many different things and I may have, but off the tip of my tongue, thinking of the name, I don't recall. I don't recall. So we are going to buy this book right now. Y'all, and it will be here tomorrow. Add to cart. We want this book, guys. We want this book. This wasn't for no reason, Ruth, and I love it. Just it's something about the book. I ain't even read the reviews or nothing about it. I'm just loving the actual book. Oh, hold on. Dang it. I gotta go back. That gift card, I gotta remove that gift card. There's nothing on that gift card. It'll whatever. It'll come back and say something. All right, so let's see. All right, so back to you guys. So I ordered that book. I'm excited to get that book. What's this one? So this one says 365 daily meditations on freedom, personal transformation, living fully, and much more. From the man the Dalai Lama describes as one of the greatest thinkers of the ages. So yesterday, let's see, is it very long? Die every day. What is age? This was yesterday. What is age? It is a number of years you have lived. That is part of age. You were born in such and such year, and now you are 15, 40, or 60 years old. Your body grows old, and so does your mind when it is burdened with all the experiences, miseries, and weariness of life. And such a mind can never discover what is truth. The mind can discover only when it is young, fresh, and innocent. Ain't it crazy? Because I was just talking about when you're so little, how so much comes in your mind, and it's impactful because it's new. You're new to life. You're new to things, and your mind is trying to build a you. It's trying to become, help you become and build characteristics or a mindset of you. It's the beginning of you, the foundation of you. The mind can discover only when it is young, fresh, and innocent. But innocence is not a matter of age. It is only the child that is innocent. He may not be, but the this is crazy, y'all. I just went and got this off my bookshelf. Like what? Okay, let me get back. The mind must experience the inevitable. Wait. He may not be, but the mind, these stupid old commercials. He may not be, but the mind that is capable of experiencing without accumulating the residue of experience. That's deep. The mind must experience. That is inevitable. It must respond to everything, to the river, to the diseased animal, to the dead body being carried away to be burned, to the poor villages carrying their burdens along the road, to the tortures and miseries of life. Otherwise, it is already dead. But it must be capable of responding without being held by experience. Ooh, be capable of responding without. I gotta read that again. It must be capable. Okay, my eyes just took me somewhere else. I don't be reading. You be like, where was I? What the heck? Where? Okay, so Ashes remember the mind, responding. It must be capable of responding without being held by the experience. That makes me think of when they say, like, when you enter a new relationship, a friendship, a business and stuff, you've been through certain experiences. Sometimes you might speak or act a certain way because you've experienced somebody similar, and you bring that into the new experience, right? And you can sabotage or mess it up because the experience is what you know. That's all you know, right? So being able to be healed from that and pull yourself away from that experience is how you can experience something new. It is tradition, the accumulation of experience, the ashes of memory that make the mind old. The mind that dies every day to the memories of yesterday, to all the joys and sorrows of the past, such as a fresh mind, innocent. It has no age. And without that innocence, whether you are 10 or 60, you will not find God. That's like I say, come as you are. It does not matter what you've been through. Like, it doesn't matter. Lay all those burdens, lay all that misery, lay all that stuff to the back. Because in order for you to find the true God, the ultimate God, that's the only way. You have to clear those things out and realize that to have that relationship, it's move everything out the way. Like, let's just move everything out the way. Spells. I just started We Are Not the Same by send me those books. Text me that. Right now he is asking AI questions in relation to what the Ask It records say about whatever he is asking about. He says, have you send me that information in text message so I don't forget that. Remember that book I shared with y'all about the melanin empath, because I found out that I was a empath, right? A lot of people say they're empath, but it's so much deeper. And if you really talk to an empath and have conversations with an empath, and an empath can have conversations and make you remember conversations that they had when they told you something was going to happen and then it did happen. That's truly an empath. It's a total difference. So learning that I am that, I did the review on my other channel, and the actual author of the book reached out to me. She emailed me and she was like, I was the first person, and I think I told y'all this story. I was the first person to ever do a review on her book, and she loved it. And she sent me a copy of her new book, the other book, right, for free. And I don't know why, but I just been like an anxious, I'm not trying to say fear. I try not to use that, but for lack of better words, she wants to meet me and like interview me in person and meet me in person. And I've been putting that off for like the longest. I've been putting it off for the longest. And I don't know why. I don't know why. She's an empath, so she was able to speak into my life and tell me the things she see coming in my life. And it was an amazing encounter. And I'm talking about, this is through email. Somebody else, the way people experience me and when they meet me and my spiritual gifts or whatever. But I'm literally, it's like I keep thinking about it and I'm like, I do have to reach out to her and do some things. I do. I have been putting off things and not doing things because of caring too much about certain things. And I don't want to be in that energy no more, because I don't want my gifts, my talents, my things that I need to get out there and I need to push and people need to hear to go by the wayside, caring about what people think. And here's the difference. And I talk about this a lot too. It's caring about what people think, but then there's a perception. I need to not care what people think, right? That's what I don't care, right? But a perception of me is a total different thing. Because that's like, even if you don't open your mouth, even if you don't say nothing, even if you're trying to speak positive, you have people that's going to say whatever, right? And feel whatever. And I can't control that. So I need to not care about that, right? But then I can just be walking down the street and I can just have a baseball cap on, my leggings, some sneakers, and a t-shirt. And someone can think of me as a Black ghetto girl, or their perception of me can be whatever. It's like, that's another way of looking at how, even if you don't open your mouth, people are going to think what they want to think anyways, right? For me, perception is even deeper than that. It's more so like the energy that you give and the things that you say and do and how you move can make people perceive you a certain way. And I don't want to be perceived a certain way, right? I'm learning to not care what you think, but I also need to carry myself with such a class and a way as a lady, and represent and respect me first in a way that will not allow people to continue to get a certain type of perception. That's the difference, right? I can't control how you feel. Even on here, I could be talking to somebody like, oh, she needs to shut up, oh, whatever. Somebody might, who cares? Who cares? Who are you? You don't do nothing for me. You don't pay my bills. I don't care, right? But if I'm on here and I'm doing something a certain way, and it's just, the attention seekers, they call them the thirsty people that do things to get attention or to get views or whatever the case may be, the difference. I don't want to be perceived a certain way. I can't control how everyone perceives me, and everybody's not going to like me, and I don't care, right? But I try to stand in a certain way where the majority will know that I am not that, or I'm not a certain thing. And that's the most important thing to me. That's the most important thing to me. So I need to put my cookies up. I don't know what I want to put them in. I want to put them in this little container. Y'all, I ain't making no shrimp fried rice. I don't feel like it. I don't think I do. Or am I going to eat late? I don't know. I made some plantains and some sausage earlier. But I think that's how I want to store them. Y'all think they're going to all fit in here? Let's see if these going to all fit in here. So I don't know. We shall see. We shall see what it's going to be like for tonight. But I got me some cookies. And they are so good, y'all. Oh my gosh. I will definitely remember to try to put these on the community post. I sure will. I love you guys. You guys got something you want to say? I keep saying every time I get off, I'm going to make sure I see if anybody says something before I get off. And I be forgetting, y'all. I be really forgetting. YouTube is playing with me. Oh, listen. It is showing me that most of when my videos are really doing well, like my shorts and stuff, it is not my returning subscribers. It is all new people, and that kind of hurts my feelings. And I'm talking about less than like 5. That hurts. That kind of hurts my feelings, y'all. That really hurts my feelings. There is something, please, y'all, please. I beg of you, and I don't do this much. Go and the videos in this last, they say 7 weeks or lower. If you are a content creator with a little content creator, that's, they say little is anybody under 500,000. Well, I must be microscopic. But anyway, so they have something called the hype up button, so you can hype up a channel, and that will help me. And this is something they're doing now where it helps to get you in. Care about you having cookies. It helps to hype up my videos to get me back in the algorithm. When I say YouTube played in my face, y'all, I thought I was doing amazing. I was trying to do lives and everything. And I told y'all I have been getting paid every other month because I don't even meet the $100 threshold, right? I have been getting paid every other month. This month I got so excited and I was like, oh my gosh, I think what I'm doing is working. And I screenshot it, and I had to start screenshotting it because I'm noticing they playing with my little bit of coins. When I say little bit of coins, I don't mind being transparent and showing y'all because this is not God got me, right? But I'm tired of my time and energy, and this is what I'm talking about. Let me show you the screenshots. This says YouTube, you're a YouTube partner. You've met your payment. You met your payment minimum. Y'all see that? $114. Now, let me show y'all what they had. It dropped. It showed me. Now, watch. I'm about to go to the bottom of that. And if I go to the bottom, it's going to show my last payments. As you see, it's been every other month. I don't get paid every month. I'm barely making $100 per month. So every other month, y'all see how it's skipping? It went from August to July to whatever. I can't see however, but y'all can see it skipped, right? And you see the amount. I don't make that much, literally like 100 and something every other month. So I'm not, this is serious. Like when I'm coming on here, this is because I love talking to y'all and I love, encouraging and sharing things. I don't get this. This don't do nothing for me. It doesn't. So look at this. It said, now look at this. It said this period is from October 1st to November 10th. Okay. Is it on this phone? I screenshot it because I got excited when I got a message saying you have reached your payment is pending and it will be headed your way soon. This was what it was supposed to be, and it showed me. I literally screenshot this yesterday. It was supposed to be 167, and it's saying I'm supposed to get it this month, right? And then this is showing this is November. This is starting for November, right? Only $26, and it's 11 days in. That's just goes to show you I don't make nothing. Okay. And I put all this energy and time, and that's why I'm like, share. I don't ask y'all for nothing. Share the channel. But let me show you. So now that says your payment is pending soon, and you will be it will be y'all can't even see. Your payment is pending, and it will be headed your way November 21st to 26th. That's when YouTube pays, right? That's how much y'all supposed to be getting. I said, oh, finally, I'm making that amount per month. So I was so excited. I said, okay, God, I'm gonna keep throwing the shorts. I'll keep doing it, whatever. Because my last time I got paid was October 21st, and the time before that was August. I didn't get nothing in September. So every other month, right? So look at this. Look at this. Today it's showing. Now, y'all seen the one I just showed you. It says you met your payment minimum, and you met your payment minimum. Now it's saying I'm not getting paid to December, and it's 114. What happened to the 160 something? What? And now it's saying this period is still showing October 1st to November 10th. But look, it's literally saying, wait, yeah, expected payout is December. Y'all just told me I was getting it in November, and I made the payment threshold. Like, what are y'all doing? You just took like $50 something from me, and it dropped. So every other month I was at least making over 150. The lowest I made in the last 5 months was 169 every other month. 114. So everything I did in October, I'm not getting paid for in November. And then y'all, it was 167 and y'all took from me. Now it's 114 and I got to wait till December to get that. I can't make this up. This is actually going into my studio. We're going to go into the studio, go out all the way out, go into the studio, YouTube studio, go to money. And that's what it is. That's what it is. So sometimes I get on here because I love talking to y'all, but it is so frustrating seeing people make money with the pranks and the fake stuff. And, you know, I just wish they could take away all social media, right? And the real live OGs who was doing this before TikTok, Instagram, and even before I think, was it YouTube? I think I was on I was on Facebook before YouTube. And that's when Facebook gave you like 15 seconds. I was cooking and doing stuff on there. All that fancy stuffed omelets with salmon, and I used to do all that fancy stuff. The makeup, I used to do it. Like, I did all that stuff already, and people are like, well, you should start doing. I did it already. Like, that's all to me. What these people are doing, I was in fitness. I used to do working out in the gym all the time, squat challenges. You get what I'm saying? Like boxing challenges. I did all that already. Styling outfit of the day. I did all that already. Like, when somebody say, oh, gee, like, that stuff is boring to me, cute, nice, yeah, I used to thrift like crazy. I used to do fashion shows in South Carolina. Some of my stuff was on some of the celebrities in Atlanta Housewives. Like, stop it. Like, do y'all really know me? Have you really understood and discovered what I've come from and what I've done? The jewelry I designed that was on models that used to win modeling contests? People that reached out to me, the interviews I've been in, magazines I've been in. Do y'all know this about me? I am at a point where that stuff does nothing for me. I just want to help people. I want to help people. I want to encourage people. I just want to be authentically me and give the wisdom for all the things that I've experienced and learned in life. All that stuff don't do nothing for me. It don't. I don't care about a like. I don't care about all of that. But if I can get paid to be on here and share the things, the wisdom, the knowledge, and the information that I have that can help somebody, yes, I want to get paid for it. So yes, I think about it all the time. Like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this, you know, especially when it comes to editing, until I feel like it's worth it. So I'm going to jump on live because I still want to talk to you. I don't want to leave y'all out. Y'all miss me. I ain't like y'all live around the corner, the ones that I really like to talk to, and we get to come and congregate and talk. You get what I mean? We get to do that. But when I say we feel like I be getting so weary when it comes to content creating and well doing. That's how it feels to me. I'm like, okay, God, like, what is happening? What is happening? You know what I'm saying? What is happening? Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'd be danged if I'm kissing some butt or doing something that's outside of my character to make some coins. I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. So if that's what it may be, then I don't know. I don't know. I just need y'all to hype my videos up. Anytime y'all see a video, I think each subscriber, subscribe and unsubscribe, please, because you are not going to get notifications of my videos if it literally shows. I think I can show. I was so sad when it showed my recap. It was like, I got more views from people who are new than I have from returning subscribers. Literally. Let me see. How do I find that? Analyst. Okay. I think it showed me. Hold on. How do I views? Oh, views. This is new. No, I don't even know what that is. Hold on. I don't even know what that is. Visibility. What is going on? Okay, here we go. Cause y'all can't. Why is my phone? What is happening? I need this to. Okay, Jesus. Estimated revenue for the last 28 days. I'm trying to find out how to grow your channel, how viewers find your channel, your videos. I be seeing my views getting taken away. I do everything authentically. I don't do nothing crazy. Like, I put that steak video up, and y'all, that first time I put it up, do you know it got 5 views in like literally 2.5 hours? I was like, what? No. I put the steak video up today, and within the first like 5 minutes, and it got over 900 views already. In the first 5 minutes, that video had over a couple hundred views. When it does that, if you see it, yes, I'm taking it back. I'm taking it down. I'm taking it down, and I'm gonna repost it and put it back up. If you see something disappear, just know I don't like how it's moving, and I'm putting it back up. I'm not gonna put my time and energy out there. Do you need anything repair or service? Yes, I do. I wanna. Yeah, okay. I end up finding this guy. I sold him a light, and hold on. And I think he said he's from Cambodia. Anyways, I had to go through my Facebook marketplace to find him. I found some business cards. I didn't know which one was his, and he ended up giving me his number, right? And then when he gave me the number, it matched the business card that I found. I was like, yes, that's you. Because he was like, oh, I'm very inexpensive. You know, I've been doing this for years. I do everything, you know. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I think I'm going to have him come and help me figure out this floor, because the challenge I'm having is, remember when I went through that mess with the contractor who did the floor, and I was going to basically take him to court, and he was like, no, you don't got to do that. I'm going to give you your money back. The floors in the kitchen were laid in a way that made them kind of be uneven. And then before I put that groutable peeling stick down, I don't want to put it down before I level the floor out, because I don't want to waste it and it'll be for nothing. So I want to see if he could tell me how to fix that. A change gonna come, because what's for you is for you. Sus, I'm trying to think positive. Steak video, it made me hungry, but I don't eat steak. You don't have to eat the steak. You can make it with mushrooms and onions. When I was vegan, I would eat it with mushrooms, onion, and I would make it with all vegan things, or you could do it the vegetarian way, but you don't have to eat the steak. You can always put mushrooms, chicken, turkey. I mean, that's just my meat of choice, but yeah, you can always switch it up. James and Sus, I am trying to be positive. Like, in life, everything is I'm grateful. I'm grateful. But I'm trying all the things. People are like, oh, do more videos like this. And I'm trying all the things. If it's within my realm and it's not messing with my morals or me feeling uncomfortable to do something just to get, no, I'm not doing it. But if, I'll try it. If it's still, I can do the content that I like and do the things that I like, then that's fine. My phone about to die. I'm wondering why it's going low, but it's about to die. I love y'all. And these were bomb. Y'all see how quick it was to make those? So quick. So I'm going to head out. Rizzy is at work, and she's eating pho for dinner from her job. And so I'll probably just be eating cookies. Judge yourself. Judge yourself. I don't feel like cleaning them shrimps, y'all. They probably gonna go back in the refrigerator, because I don't feel like cleaning them. I'm not in the mood to clean those shrimps. I'm really not. So, yep, that's what it is. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. And please make sure you watch the shorts. If you miss any videos or any lives, please go check them out. It only takes 15 minutes. Don't say bye. Don't say bye. Don't say bye. Don't say bye. Later. I don't like bye. It literally takes 15 seconds. I'm sorry, 15 seconds of a video to watch it. Even if at that moment you can't watch it, let it run for 15 minutes and then come back and watch it when you can. Please, y'all. Because I don't just put videos out. I'm always sharing something great or some type of great information. And Marcia James, I see you commented on the video for your niecey. And yes, thank you for going to watch that. I'm trying not to say what was in it, because I want people to go watch it. So, thank you. And she said thank you for the compliment as well. So I love you guys. And yeah, this phone is literally on 4%. I'm getting ready to go. You guys have an awesome Tuesday. All right. Make sure you go check out my lives that you miss, and check out the shorts that you miss. Later.